What's up, weirdo? Shade Tree Surgeon here, and hopefully today is the very last day with this 35mm front end. I will tell you, this thing wobbles, shakes, and follows every curve of the road. I don't know where all these FXR guys get on their high horse talking about dyno wobbles. This thing wobbles at like 40 miles an hour. Like I said though, today's the last day with it. Off to see my friends at the Ride Factory, and we're getting rid of it just in time too, because every time I ride this bike on the highway, I feel like I'm taking my life in my hands. And if you guys are new to the channel, of course, I am on my 1986 FXR, nicknamed Barf Party, the Crusty Glide. What is dead may never die. And we're keeping this baby going long past its expiration date. It's cobbled together with spare parts, and very fitting, I've got a spare Sportster front end, a 39mm to throw on this thing. You know, 39mm ain't exactly the best front ends in the world, but they're a damn sight better than what I got. Did you see me get off the exit? Huh?
Why you give me this? Where the fuck have you been? We've been waiting on you.
I'm getting ready. I'm just dropping.
Come on, dude. I'm gonna get fucking like something from us. You want something?
I'm good, man. Thank you, though. I know I was taking forever, dude. I'm dropping off a t-shirt. Just had to drop a t-shirt order off at the post office here real quick. Flip's giving me a hard time. Apparently everybody's waiting for me at the Ride Factory. I tied it off pretty good last night. Your old boy Shade Tree got off a good one. And while thankfully I don't get hangovers, I was just a little bit scatterbrained this morning. So let's get my life in order, all right? And speaking of the Ride Factory, right in the heart of Ybor City, please bring your bikes here if you need them worked on, by the way. These guys are fucking awesome. Just a biker and his pussy. All right, up here at the Ride Factory, hanging out with my man Shelby, getting ready to tear the front end of the FXR apart. One of the reasons to upgrade to a 39mm front end instead of the 35, besides just that it's a better front end, is it really increases your options for better brakes. And the front brake on the FXR leaves a lot to be desired. And with the 39mm front end, you can actually put, I think they sell a little arm where you can put a Tokiko caliper off of a sport bike on it. Now, I'm not trying to go big Brembo brakes, but something just a little better than that single pot caliper is in order. Say hi, Summer. She didn't want to be on camera, but I'm forcing her. All right, first things first, I've got some fork lowers here, but they're pretty crusty, seeing as I bought them off of eBay for $20. So I gotta wash these things out before I put any oil and springs in them. We got the old FXR Barf Party on the lift, ready to get to work. But before we do that, Flip has brought treats back from El Segundo. You know, we've never done a video on El Segundo. We need to go there. El Segundo is a bakery here in Ybor City that's been around since
the early 1900s.
Yeah,
they're the oldest bakery in Tampa, Florida. They supply the Cuban bread for almost any restaurant in Tampa.
He said it better. He said it better than me. Anyway, they also do Cubans, which are awesome. So we're gonna eat real quick before we get into this.
Fresh out the oven, still warm Cuban bread with a fucking little piece of palm frond in it.
The best thing to do is to walk over to El Segundo after you've been drinking all night, about 4 o'clock in the morning, and get yourself a fresh loaf of Cuban bread to soak up that alcohol, man. Goes down real good.
It's not real if it doesn't have this in it.
This is about as Tampa as breakfast gets right here. So looking at my two fork legs here, I can tell which one of them was facing the sun whenever whatever bike it was on was parked. Here is my new front end, but I gotta take and replace these fork lowers that are on it because the wheel I have for this is the old style wheel, and these are the new style 39mm fork lowers. So, all right, now that I got the fork lowers out, next step is drain the oil and pull them apart. Last time I did forks, I made the critical error of using a ball end Allen to try to get the Allen out of the bottom of this thing, and it stripped it out immediately. Man, this is
is why they don't let me work on actual customers' bikes around here, because you're not supposed to drop chrome parts. All right, as Shelby said, like a $5 hooker on a busy Friday night, baby. All right, let's see if I can get these Allens out of the bottom without stripping anything out. A straight wall, non-ball end Allen. Let's do this right. When I put the video out, everybody and their mother was freaking out. And for good reason too, because I had to drill those things out. That was not fun. I'm gonna need air. This calls for bigger guns. Push on. What the fuck? Oh, it's out. I was like, what? I'm encountering no resistance here. I thought for sure I freaking stripped it out. I was just out. I was like, what's happening? I'm so freaking gun shy about messing these things up. I'm just like, no! That one. Yeah, that one came out too. Oh my gosh, that was easy. Gosh, air tools are the best. All right, now that we've got all the oil drained, let's go ahead and pop these dust caps off and disassemble these shocks. My man Mike coming in clutch too with the brass drift so I don't mess my stuff up. This is stuff I don't have at home because I just mess it up. But here at the Ride Factory, they actually want your bike to look nice when it leaves. So they have stuff like this. So this is one of the very few things I have actually done before, but it still helps to have people point out when you're doing stuff wrong. Because I've only done it once. There's a very efficient method once you have the clips out for removing the fork tube, and that's just frickin' wail on it. Just like that. All right, now that I got the forks all apart, I need a fork rebuild kit. Luckily, here at the Ride Factory, there's one. Am I pointing at it? Okay, now I am. There's one hanging right here on the wall for sale. So good people keeping parts in stock for old bikes, because you can't always go to a Harley Davidson dealership and find stuff like that. You gotta come to a mom and pop shop, which is where you should be spending your money anyway. Also, at the dealer, you're not gonna be able to get this Drag Specialties kit anyway. You're gonna have to buy it piece by piece, and it's gonna be a lot more expensive. So here at the Ride Factory, there's no Hey Siri, but there is Hey Shelby. So, hey Shelby, is this clean enough to put back together? Nope. Nope? Okay, back to the parts washer. All right, let's swap everything out. Good advice there. One side's rounded, one side's hard cut. Rounded edge goes down. That'd be easy to forget. Dude, we almost got ourselves a fork again. All right, good practice. I didn't do this when I rebuilt the forks on the chopper, but Mikey says a little bit of black RTV on this sucker right here will save you some headaches in the future. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, the weight isn't a problem. I got the weight. It's cross-threading it that can be a problem.
Well, the good news is anything goes wrong, and Shelby will fix it.
So don't be scared. Shelby, save me!
I got a dress waiting to be worn on Don's camera.
Hey, Shelby, do you happen to know the torque spec for the bottom bolt on the fork off the top of your head? 16 to 18 foot-pounds. 16 to 18 foot-pounds. Hey, Shelby, works every time.
Every garage should have one.
I can just...
I know you did.
You know what I did?
Yeah.
You see that cup of fork oil right there?
What, you mean that one? That one right there? That one you forgot to put in there?
Oh, fuck. It wouldn't be me unless I did it twice, man. It's not like I just did one. I was like, oh, I forgot the throw coil. Fucking put them both together. All right, let's try this again. Please tell me you've done that once in your life, Shelby.
The best part about all this is that you're the one editing this.
I know.
So
I'll put it in there.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could very easily cut this out and pretend like you did it all right the first time.
Well, that's just cheap.
What? No.
Dude, I'll do it.
I know you will. That's the problem.
I'm gonna need them if I go to Mexico. They ain't got no freaking streetlights out there. To hook up anything else with that electrical system, the state will probably quit in protest.
Well,
I would put one on. That'd be funny. Just one.
No, they do.
Is that yours? Or are you putting it on somebody's bike?
No, this is for the shop.
Dude, I ought to buy and just put one on and like hang it down so it's like down,
Off
so it's
center, yeah.
so it's like off center. It'd match my 3 mirrors. Now we can finally take the front end off this bike. Say goodbye to the 35mm, although it is going to find a new home. My buddy Devin, Bobber Fett here on YouTube, is going to use it on his iron head chopper. Yeah, once you clean up these fork lowers a little bit, they're chromed. It is actually kind of a nice front end, just not nice for what I do. All right, Shelby's showing me the right way to remove the bearing because we're putting this 39mm front end on. Might as well change these bearings while we're at it. Take a punch and bust this cage off.
I love the fact that there's no way you can not finish because of this, because this is your ride home.
Yeah, I know. This has to get done. Time has come. Let's make it a motorcycle again. Yes. Yes, now we gotta put wheel bearings in the wheel. Does look like it's seen better days, huh? Oh no, look at it smashed in there.
It bent the connecting rod.
Holy mackerel, dude.
And this is why you Loctite.
Talk about a bad day. Axle. It'll do the job, it just needs to be cleaned up a little. I paid $2 for this at the Webster swap meet. Ooh, that spins a lot better, Shelby. All right, we are running right up against time here. You can see Shelby's pushing in bikes right now. As usual, Josh is taking just a little bit too long.
6% battery left.
6% battery and we finished it up, dude. Get a look at this thing. It's fucking done, dude. Well, I mean, I haven't ridden it yet, so this could still end in total disaster.
All right, 1%, say goodnight.
All right, good night. 1% battery life. We made it.
All right, guys, there's the 39mm front end in all its glory. A little more of a pain in the ass to put on than I expected. Many thanks to my good man Shelby over there for walking me through it. Could not have done it without you, bud. Especially when it came time to get those bearings out of the neck. That was a learning experience, to be sure. Obviously, I put some miles on it already. It's riding just fine. I love that I got a cast rim on here now. Like I said before, one of the biggest reasons I wanted to do this is I really want to upgrade these brakes. These are pretty terrible. And of course, you know, I'm not going to put the best brakes on it, but they make a little bracket where you can put a Tokiko caliper on it and keep your same disc even. And again, the 39mm front end, it's not really the best either. It's just a whole hell of a lot better than what I had. All right, guys, that's going to about do it for this episode up here at the Ride Factory. Time to put some miles on old Barf Party here. Keep it weird, y'all.